Hi there, so this is day 6 of the bike tour here in Greece, and today I'm going to leave Delphi and then cycle towards Thebes. Now Thebes I've already visited on this bike tour, because I'm doing a loop, I'm going back there. I'm not going to have time to see Delphi today, which is, in a way, it's a bit of a shame, but I have visited the site before, so what I'm going to do probably after this segment is include some photos that I'd taken when I was there before, which is kind of cheating. I guess if I had to plan the tour differently and I had time, which I didn't on this particular occasion, I would have chosen Delphi as my day off place. The accommodation, because there's so much of it here, was quite competitively priced. This place was €20 a night, and it would have been a chance to kind of rest up for a day. I could see the sights, probably sort of wash my Endura Humvee shorts, which haven't had a wash yet for 6 days now, so you can imagine what they're like. But as I didn't have time, that wasn't the case. I think what I'll do is at the end of the tour, I'll put on a video of things that I took with me and didn't need, things that I didn't take with me and could have done with, and also things I would have done differently about the tour. Maybe just like a summary, because all this will be in a playlist about the tour anyway. So the first destination of the day is a town called Arachova, and that is kind of a touristy town. It's quite a pretty town, but it's also reasonably touristy. So I'm going to go there. It's only about 11 kilometers away, but I have no idea of what the terrain's like. So if there's a lot of up and down, it could take me 2 hours to get there for all I know. And then at some point there is going to be a long downhill section as I head down towards the plains and then cycle towards Thebes. So, as usual, I will give you some clips from the road. Thank you. The sanctuary of Delphi is behind me, which you can't see because they've grown all these trees in the way, almost deliberately, you would think. There is another smaller site. I'm going to see if it's worth going down into that. I don't really have the time, unfortunately, to spend an hour or 2 hours at the main site of Delphi itself. Anyway, it's a lovely day. It's a very kind of calming place, this, surrounded by the mountains, which you can see behind me here. So let's get on with it. Hi there. So amazingly, you can see neither of those sites from the side of the road, almost like it's been done deliberately. But as I said, I've visited before, so I'm going to include some pictures here if I've not already, because I have no way of knowing how I'm going to edit this video. And also, as I said, it's definitely worth spending at least a half day here, in my opinion. And because I've got because I live in Greece, I've kind of got the luxury of coming back whenever I want. So maybe I'll come back, in a couple of months' time and spend some time at the site, because I quite like my archaeological sites. For now, though, I'm going to continue cycling because this trip is more about the cycling to a certain degree, because it's I want to get outside and get fit and get some exercise. So I'm going to carry on cycling now to the town of Arachova. So I was just cycling up the road, and on the side of the road near a lay-by there was kind of, well, it's not signposted, but there's kind of like a ruined little building. So I thought we'd go and check it out, and this is it behind me. So you can see the block work. You see those sort of size blocks all over Greece in the buildings. Sometimes they're part of defensive walls. With that, I don't know what you call it, triathlon? Who knows what it's called? Anyway, the thing above the door. So yeah, no idea what this little building is about. I can go inside it and have a look. It's obviously not a modern thing, and it's very small. Maybe it is a modern thing, I don't know. Maybe some farmers only 500 years ago threw this together to make a little house out of it. Doesn't look like that though, it looks like it's a little bit older. It's just weird that there's no sort of signpost for it or marking as to what it is. Anyway, let's hit the road again. Okay, don't know if you can just make out these houses, but that's the beginning of the mountain village of Arachova, sorry. So I'm just going to cycle up there. From memory, there's a like a main road that goes through, and there's probably a cafe or two there as well, so hopefully I'm going to get a frappe. It's a bit of an overcast day today. Everything's been pretty much uphill, and it's taken me just over an hour to do the 9 kilometers so far to here. Hopefully when I get to the top I can show you a better view. So I've just stopped off at the beginning of Arachova and I thought I'd take in the view, and that is the view, which I think you'll agree is a pretty good one. Even though it's a slightly overcast day and the sky is not the clearest, I think you can appreciate it for what it is. Today's been pretty much all uphill so far for this first hour and a bit. About 10 kilometers I've done now to get here to Arachova. It's difficult to see where I've come up from, but if you follow the finger in the distance over there, that's at least sea level over there, if you can just make it out. So in 2 days I've come up here. Difficult to know how high I am at the minute. I'd guess about 800 meters to 1,000 meters. Maybe I'll Google it and find out for sure later. Anyway, I think it's time to go and find somewhere that sells coffee. Just cycling on towards Thebes, and I've come across this, which I'm assuming is a war memorial, but let's go and check it out. If it's in Greek, I'm probably not going to be able to help you out as to what it's about, of course, but hopefully one of our Greek viewers can leave some information on the video for us. So my assumption is that because of the date, and it's a specific date, this must have been to do with a battle, maybe, resistance. It's quite a big monument. And again, not too sure what the graffiti is, but again, maybe one of our Greek viewers will be kind enough to translate that and leave that in a comment below. So wander back over to the bike and continue onwards. Got about 30 kilometers left. The traffic's picking up a little bit now, which is a bit of a shame. But there we go, it's to be expected as I head towards a bigger city. As you can see, the traffic goes past pretty fast as well. Yeah, it's been a fairly easy day, apart from that first hour, which was uphill. And now it's relatively flat. I'm getting some good speed, and there are obviously some downhill sections, although I say to myself that I'm actually feeling stronger if I go fast and it's not downhill at all. So 30 kilometers left. I'll speak to you probably from Thebes. Hi there, so that's the day's cycle ride over and done with, and I've arrived back here in Thebes at the same hotel I was staying at before. The owner recognised me, gave me the keys and said there you go. I'm in a different room, not that that's important to you, but I thought I should mention it anyway. So it was a 92 kilometre cycle ride, and there was about 1,200 metres of elevation gain along the way. I was just taking it easy really. Stopped off a couple of times to have something to eat. The last time was about 5 o'clock, so I had an early evening meal. Along the way, because I've been working as I've been travelling on the bike, and I've been trying to do everything from my phone, I've been checking emails and making a couple of deals along the way. and one of them is really good. So just today it looks like I finalised being invited to Spain to do a cycling thing for a week to help promote one of the regions there. So I'll talk more about it when I know more, and if you've signed up for my newsletter at davestravelpages.com, I'm sure I'll let you know through that, and obviously I'll make some videos if it all happens about some cycling in Spain, which sounds pretty good. Back to this tour though, I've got one day left and tomorrow I cycle to Athens. I was going to go into the historic centre and then to my house, but I'll see how I feel. I think in my head I'd like to kind of get back for 5 or 6 o'clock, and if I can get the historic centre done by that time and get back home for 5 or 6, then great. If not, it's there for next time. And again, because I live in Athens, I can go into the centre all the time. So, and if you guys are really interested in some videos at the centre, leave a comment below and I'll go and take the camera down there one day and film lots of stuff for you. Is there anything else to mention? One more thing, yeah, when I got here in Thebes, I noticed that I have been bitten everywhere. So I think it happened last night at the hotel I was staying with, because I kept waking up at like 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And I'm sure there was a couple of things flying around the room biting me. And today the bites have really come up and it's got me good. It's got me really good. And it made me think, I don't think I've ever done a bike tour and not been bitten. So maybe if I do a bike tour and don't get bitten once through it, that might be my sign to like retire from cycling. Probably never gonna happen. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. And if you liked it, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, why not, you know? And I'll catch you next time. Cheers for now.